Discus fish, king of the aquarium. Discus are members of family Cichlidae and are sometimes referred to as king of the aquarium because of their majestic beauty and legal colors. At least 3 species have been described, although debate continues over the validity of several assigned scientific names. Wild-caught discus can be challenging to keep due to their specialized water chemistry. Dietary needs, however, most discus sold today are captive bred and are much easier to keep. That said, they are not for beginners for a variety of reasons. Though selective breeding, numerous color varieties are available and more continue to develop. For care and maintenance purposes, the information presented here can also be used for wild-caught P. scalar and P. altum angelfish as well as Uaru. Natural habitat for discus. Discus are found in floodplain lakes and flooded forests of the lowland Amazon River basin and some of its tributaries, including the Rio Negro. These areas experience extreme changes in water level due to seasonal flooding. Discus tend to congregate near fallen trees known as galhadas along the shore. They prefer quiet water and are rarely found in areas where there is strong current or wave action. Discus water requirements. Discus prefer warm, soft, acidic water. pH should be between 6.0 and 7.0 with hardness between 1 degree and 4 degree DKH. 18 to 70 ppm. Temperature should be kept between 82 degree and 86 degree Fahrenheit, although wild Hackle discus prefer water near 90 degree Fahrenheit. Use an Aqueon aquarium heater to maintain proper water temperature. While captive bred discus can be kept in dechlorinated tap water, reverse osmosis, or deionized water, supplemented with Aqueon water renewal will provide the best conditions when purchasing discus. Always ask about the water chemistry when they were raised in. Discus require pristine water quality and weekly changes of 10% to 20%. Using an Aqueon aquarium water changer or siphon vacuum gravel cleaner are highly recommended. Don't forget to treat tap water with Aqueon water conditioner before refilling your aquarium. Housing requirements for discus. Discus grow to be quite large and require an aquarium of 75 gallons or larger when full grown. Tall aquariums are best to accommodate their body shape. Water movement should be gentle and decor should include large broadleaf plants and driftwood that is arranged vertically to stimulate down branches and trees. A few floating plants can also be added to provide shaded areas and cover. Substrate should be sand or fine to medium grade smooth surface. Gravel, as discussed, like to forage along bottom for food. Discus behavior. Discus are generally calm, peaceful fish, but as cichlids, they can be aggressive towards one another, especially when attempting to pair off and spawn. Shy or submissive fish should be removed if they are unable to compete. Most serious hobbyists do not mix their discus with too many other species. Some suitable aquarium mates include cardinal tetras, neon emperor, and rummy-nosed tetras, as well as clown loaches and dwarf cichlids, such as rams and apistogramma species. All of these fish tolerate the high temperatures and low pH required by discus. What do discus eat? In nature, discus eat a considerable amount of plant materials and detritus and also forage along the bottom for worms and small crustaceans. They are omnivores and will thrive on Aqueon, tropical flakes, color flakes, spirulina flakes, tropical granules, algae rounds, and shrimp pellets. Frozen and live foods should also be fed as treats or to help induce spawning. Some hobbyists and breeders feed their discus beef heart, and while it is not harmful, it is certainly not a natural food for discus. For best results, rotate their diet daily and feed only what they can consume in 2 to 3 minutes once or twice a day. Discus breeding level. Captive bred discus will pair up and spawn relatively easily, but young, inexperienced parents may eat their eggs the first few times, particularly if other fish are present. After hatching, the young feed on heavy body mucus secreted by the parents for a few days until they begin to free swim. Parents will transfer the young back and forth several times a day. Bigger is all. What tank size do you need for discus? Bigger is always better, so we personally recommend a 75-gallon aquarium or larger. You can do a 55-gallon tank, but then you are forced to do a lot of water changes. Remember that these fish get big, usually up to 5 to 7 inches in diameter, if you're doing things right. Also, by heating up the tank, their metabolism goes up. You have to feed them more, and then more waste is created. That's why people recommend doing all those frequent water changes. Many customers ask us, can I keep one discus? Technically, the answer is yes. For example, dogs are technically pack animals, yet many people keep just one and then leave them home all day by themselves. It is not ideal, but it's doable. The same thing applies with discus. However, they are schooling fish by nature and are much more happier when surrounded by a large group of their own kind, plus a type of cichlid. They may start off to bully each other if you don't a decent sized group. In order to mitigate this territorial aggression, buy 10 to 2 juveniles all the same time of your 75-gallon tank. You want them to be approximately the same size so that no one gets outcompeted for food. As they get bigger, you'll be able to identify the rowdy males and rehome them back to the fish store. Eventually, you should end up with a nice, relative peaceful group of 6 adults discus with mostly females and maybe a couple of males. As for tank setup, you can put them in a planted tank, but make sure to find plants that can tolerate high temperatures such as anubias, java fern, bacopa, sword plants, and micro swords. We can also recommend adding air zones since the higher water temperature decreases the amount of oxygen in the water. In the summer, when the weather gets hotter than normal, an air stone can help decrease the risk of having low oxygen levels. Do discus really need daily water changes? It depends. Remember that the purpose of water changes is to remove waste buildup. Therefore, the amount of frequency of water changes really varies for every aquarium. Several considerations include how large your tank is, how many fish you have, how much you feed them, and how much biological filtration. Example, beneficial bacteria and live plants you have. As a general rule of thumb, we recommend keeping the nitrate level lower than 40 ppm for planted tanks and lower than 20 ppm for non-planted tanks. To figure out how often, hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you. Please subscribe to our channel, and if you have any doubts, comment. Share this video to your family members and friends to support our channel. Thank you.